Hong Sisters' incredible dramas, lowest rated to highest. At some point in your drama viewings, you've most definitely watched a drama penned by the famous Hong sisters. You might not be familiar with who they are, but you'll know their characters and their stories, which captivated the imagination of so many. Hong Jun-eun and Hong Mi-ran. They are incredibly talented writers who delivered many screenplays that went on to succeed and have major success. Their dramas are so well received, often touching in on stories with a strong romance, paranormal, soul-switching, and fantasy. Today we're counting down from the lowest to the highest rated Hong Sisters dramas, as ranked and voted by MDLers all around the world, just like you. Number 11. Big. Starting off with one of their lower rated dramas, Big had big stars like Gong Yoo, Lee Min-jung, and even Bae Suzy. This twist of fate themed drama has a soul-switching occurrence. When our youthful male lead, Shin Won-ho, his soul will come to find a new existence within Gong Yoo's character. The theme centers around a student and a younger teacher relationship, but one that has our youth in the body of this older man, who also happened to be the romantic interest of our female lead. While this might sound complicated, it delivered a fascinating story dynamic, and it really tested our female lead, who appeared to be torn in a bizarre love triangle between the man she loved and visually could see, but also knowing it wasn't him, and instead the determined and flirty youth. Comedy, romance, and fantasy, an odd twist to a Nuna romance. Number 10. Delightful girl, Chunhyang. A high school transferee, Lee Mong-ryung, from Seoul will find himself in Namwon, a northern province. It's here Chunhyang falls for him, and even if he's not aware of her, she sees him as her first love and real crush. However, it seems as though he has eyes for another girl, and this crumbles Chunhyang's world. But not long after that, she will encounter another guy, the CEO of a famous entertainment company. His sheer confidence and persona can make most women fall for him. However, Chunhyang has no interest in him, and this gives him a complex and also a lowered self-esteem, so he'll give it his all to pursue her and try his best to gain her love. A contract relationship also comes into play in this rom-com. Also known as Sassy Girl Chunhyang, it's a 2005 interpretation of The Legend of Chunhyang, a rom-com that was well scripted by the famous duo. Number 9. My Girl, Stolen Identity, Rich Man Poor Woman, Contract Relationship. These are some of the fun elements that the Hong sisters have woven into the K-drama My Girl, which was released back in 2005, still delivering a satisfying drama despite that release date. Gong Chun will meet enthusiastic and pretty Yudin after discovering she has connections that might lead to the discovery of the disappearance of his cousin. They strike up a deal of sorts, and she'll pose as his cousin until they can find the real one. But things might get a little awkward when they realize they're starting to have feelings for each other. Our male lead's friend, Jung-woo, will fall for Yurin, while our male lead's ex will try to win him back. There's a lot of brewing and building chemistry. How long can that charade go on for? Another well-written, charming story. Number 8. Hongil-dong. The Hong sisters worked their writing magic to adapt a novel, Hongil-dong, into a TV script where we follow a strong male lead who was born as an illegitimate son of a high-ranked minister. Taken in by a monk, he learns exceptional martial arts skills. Hongil-dong rose up to fight against injustice, inspiring those around him, but also making enemies where a society is divided by status and class. From nobles to the commoners, the lines were drawn harshly. The drama ties in other notable characters, like our female lead, who returns to Korea with her grandfather, making a living as merchants selling medicine. There's also some palace politics between two brothers seeking the right to the throne. Action, historical, comedy, and romance. This adaptation was well written and stars Kan Ji-hwan and Sung Yuri. Number 7. You're Beautiful. Jung Gun-suk and Park Shin-hye shine as our leading cast members, playing members of an idol group. Angel. Our story takes place when it was time to add a new member as a leading vocal, and we have twins who switch places. Our female lead's brother leaves to the United States before signing the contract, so his agent recruits his twin sister to gender bend and take his place temporarily. Minyu is just about to become a nun, but agrees to help for the sake of her brother. Our male lead, played by Jung Gun-suk, is a cold and prickly guy, and he'll later warm up. The other idol group members will start to suspect something different about their newest member. A rom-com with music and shedding light on the popularity of idols and groups. It also gives some insight into a shared living situation and has some real bromance. Number 6. The Greatest Love. We have another Hong Sisters drama featuring an idol, a once popular member of an idol group band known as the National Treasure Girls. Our female lead, Gu Hye-jung, was one of the most popular members, but now she's just a B-list celeb, working variety shows to get by. Then we have a top star celeb, Do Ko-jin, who is at the height of his career, with hopes of breaking into Hollywood. But he misses his mark due to an encounter with our female lead. He's also quite an eccentric type, and the two do not get along straight away. Their conflict brews until they get to the point where the male lead's heartbeat will start to quicken at their continued encounters. This drama really could show the greatest love. Other themes include the business of working in the entertainment industry. Number 5. My Girlfriend is a Gumiho. A romance with a Gumiho treated viewers with this adorable concept in this successful K-drama, once again by the Hong sisters. It is their list after all. A university student, Cha Dae-eun, is living a carefree life with the main goal of becoming an actor. He's orphaned, but still has his grandfather whom he clashes with. Our male lead might live a little too carelessly. On one fateful day, he visits a temple where he accidentally frees a Gumiho that had been trapped for approximately 500 years. She takes on the form of a beautiful woman, frightened and trying to escape this unusual and shocking circumstance. Our male lead hurts himself a little severely, and the Gumiho saves him. But in exchange for saving his life, she asks him to teach her to be human. Their situation will have them in close company and eventually falling for each other, with themes of the supernatural, romance, comedic moments, while touching in on Korean mythology. Isungi and Shinmana are a favorite drama OTP. Number 4. Hwayugi, a Korean Odyssey. Isungi is back in another work by the Hong sisters. This time in their adaptation of the Chinese novel Journey to the West, will be presented in a modern-day setting with a fantasy twist. Top stars of the drama include Isungi, Cha Sung-won, and Oh Yeon-seo in these very memorable roles, where a girl who can see the dead and paranormal comes to discover she carries a curse. She one day meets a mysterious man who asks her to carry out a task. She believes him to be a fairy who can help her and makes a deal with him. The only part of the mission is to avoid Song Ogong, the Monkey King. His character is cleverly delivered by Lee Seung-gi. The three characters end up being connected by fate. When they meet again, she's no longer a child, but a young woman, using her curse more like a gift now. The drama has visual elements of horror, with great special effects. Fantasy and a brooding romance kept viewers hooked. Number 3, The Master's Son. A rich and handsome CEO, part of a major conglomerate of a department store, will find himself facing off against a girl who can see ghosts. They come to form an unlikely partnership, where he ends up working out a deal with her. This K-drama was particularly memorable, not just for the fantastic casting, but the soundtrack main themes also became incredibly popular and incredibly romantic. Our female lead is the cutest and quirkiest, tired of her ability and living in fear of the ever-appearing ghosts that haunt her day to day. She comes to discover that whenever she's in close contact with the male lead, like hanging onto his arm, brushing up against him, the ghosts vanish before her, giving her much-needed relief. Cute, charming moments and comedy were well written into this drama, with some of the best writing and lines you'll ever hear. So Ji-sub and Gong Hyo-jin were so adorable. This might be one of the most memorable K-dramas you'll ever watch. Number 2. Hotel del Luna. This vividly visual K-drama also features ghosts, but within a hotel in the heart of Seoul, which is run by a greedy CEO, and she might come across as a little suspicious. However, she's been running this hotel for over 1,000 years. However, she's also bound to the hotel, and being bound keeps her from self-destruction. A true love might set her free, but she also has to let go of her hatred. One day, our male lead appears at Hotel del Luna. It seems as though his father made a deal with Manuel, our CEO. This sets the stage for a boss-employee relationship. Interactions with ghosts crossing over. More supernatural, our male lead can also see ghosts too. So we've got another spooky drama by the Hong sisters, IU and Yeojin-gu. Have perfect visuals and perfect chemistry. We just loved seeing their interactions on screen. Number 1. Alchemy of Souls, Season 1 and Season 2. This K-drama was a global success, gaining attention from viewers just about everywhere, mixing in historical with fantasy, magic, action, romance, and soul-switching. The Hong sisters really brought everything to the table for this one, and fans were left wanting more of their favorite characters and leading OTP. A master-disciple relationship is depicted, and includes one of the most incredible bonds of love and friendship. Not to mention the supporting characters, story concept, and overall delivery made this one of the most highest-rated dramas in 2022. Set in the fictional country of Daeho, young mages train to master their skills, and maybe try to go against fate. There's also the use of forbidden magic, a spell known as the Alchemy of Souls, which allows them to switch bodies. We'll follow our female lead Naksu, a highly skilled assassin who finds herself in the weaker body of Mudok, who becomes Jungkook's servant. He was from a noble family of mages, but has his own set of problems. Together, they are a great team, and later turn lovers. Season 2 was just as highly rated and anticipated. The conclusion of our characters' fates was depicted here, along with some surprises. This will be a definite classic and fan favorite for years to come. Bonus mentions, other Hong sisters dramas. Warm and Cozy, another rom-com where our two leads have had setbacks in love. They happen to meet each other on Jeju Island. While both seem closed off while recovering from their past relationships, something just clicks and they'll find comfort, friendship, and maybe something more while discovering themselves. Starring Kang So-ra and Yoo Young-suk. Couple or Trouble, a rom-com enemies to lovers, which also has a rich woman and poor man. Our leads portray a slightly stuck-up heiress and a local handyman, mixing in a splash of amnesia for our female lead. The story is sure to entertain. Starring Oh Jun-ho and Han Ye-sol. And that wraps our list. It's definitely a list of favorites, isn't it? What is your favorite Hong sisters drama? You can let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching, MDLers.